dealing with the material, plain and simple. You're a corporation, you deal in the material. You deal in getting people to worship the material and keep buying it, keep supporting your cause, your agenda, which is what we do. It's the same thing with hip hop music and the entertainment industry as a whole, supporting that which deals with the material to keep you lower brain, to keep you in hell. Again, hell is earth. It's just that simple. You don't understand that yet, you never will. It's here. Again, I talked about in the video, Constantine, when he showed hell, when he went to hell, hell was earth. He was, on earth. There was no cars supposedly in hell. It shouldn't be. Buildings, a street, for that matter. He was here on earth. It's metaphorically trying to tell you something about what hell is. So again, if Satan is the god of this world, then you understand why. Still, it deals with materialism, materialistic things, and it's so many people who I'm gonna say they can't really put it in this way or give it to you in this way because they don't understand it themselves. This is a hard concept to grasp. I just put it to you really easily, but there's a lot more that it entails. It goes a lot deeper. But to get you to think and to grasp the concept, I'm gonna put it to you in this way so you can get what that really is about and the power, the identity of Satan. So if you have a people, as I discussed in part 2, that represents all things material, then they represent Satan, which is why we call the white man, so-called white devil, because it's white people who own all these corporations and companies. It's the white man who pushes this agenda. And, of course, not saying that all white people are Satan or are bad, but when you understand it on this level, then you can understand why we say these things and understand where we're coming from. So it's really up to a lot of white folks to not accept their identity, to understand what that entails. When you accept that and you say you want to be a part of this group, you don't know what the group is really about. You don't really understand what it means. When you say you want to be patriotic, you want to be a part of this America, it's all satanic. Period. You can't have a civilization that does what America does and then say it's a Christian civilization or based on Christianity, because it's not. It clearly isn't. We so many things is censored. We get censored about so much stuff. But when you look at mainstream media, you look at TV shows that's on, how much they deal with Satan. I mean, for God's sakes, we got a show called Lucifer. Come on. It's a TV show about Damien, the devil's son. All of the blasphemies of Jesus in cartoons, especially Family Guy, Simpsons, and so on, is everywhere. So if this whole Satan God thing was a real, true thing, there's no way that we would see what we are seeing. You got to understand what it really means. If Satan was real, there's no way he would want anybody who's following him to know that he actually exists. Because if we knew he actually exists, we would run directly, to the Bible and save our soul, thus saving us from hell, which is where Satan wants us to go. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of telling people that he exists if he doesn't want us to go to heaven, which is where we'll run to if we knew he was real. So think about that. So in the entertainment world, the so-called secret society, Satan will always be promoted. Jesus will always be promoted because they lead you to the same thing. The metaphor of the Bible, the whole parable that Jesus talks about, is leading to all of this stuff. It's just that simple. I talked about in That's Game, the Bible Christianity Finally Explained video. When you understand where it's pointing you to. It's pointing you to ancient Kemet. And ancient Kemet is pointing you into spirituality and understanding all these things. The very things the Bible will tell you to stay away from is things you really need to look more into. But again, still, you need to heed the warnings of the Bible and some of the things it's telling you to keep away from, because it's telling you for a reason. But if you don't make that connection to the reason, you're going to be lost. So again, you're going to be really thinking about staying away from certain things you shouldn't stay away from. You should understand and study. And you'll stay away from them for the wrong reasons, so to speak. But some of the things it's talking about, again, is saying for a reason, as I just talked about with lust and, wait until you get married and everything like that. Spiritual reasons that you got to really understand what it's talking about. And once you start, putting everything together and understanding the parables in the Bible, everything just starts to break down. And you start to understand, what it's really talking about and what where it's leading you to as far as research. So, of course, you're going to get a lot of religious people who are not going to accept this information or let it sink in as to what it pertains to, because they're, brainwashed by, the materialism of the Bible, the materialistic book itself, which is trying to save you from the material world. It's ironic when you really think about it. But it's a book backed up by absolutely no proven history, which is why it requires faith, as I always say. And Satan is you. No matter what you do in your life, you're going to be responsible for where you end up. There are people that can control the flow of your life. That is true in some cases, but in most cases, there's a way out. And some people don't find that way out due to lack of understanding, or some people use things that happen to them in life as a crutch, as a means to go further and further, down in success. And we all grew up, most of us grew up, poor or going through some horrible times. And it's up to you. Every step you make from the time you become free to do what you need to do is up to you. You have to control the steps of your life to lead to where you want to be at. Now, if you fall victim to the materialistic world and materialism and the satanic lower brain, then the outcome of your life, the steps of your life that you take, is going to lead you to a path that you're going to be completely clueless of, because you think it's life and reality when it's not. You are following a life that's associated with negativity. It's just that simple. This is why monks, when they go away, they go live up in the mountains away from all materialism. They meditate, they study, and they focus on the spiritual world. They focus on, the what the Bible is really truly talking about. Even though they, Buddhists or what have you, really what they're doing is focusing on nature and spirituality, the things that really matter, not the matter itself, so to speak. So it's deep. It's deep. It's real crazy, when you start getting into it. And a lot of people are just not going to get it. They're just not going to be able to grasp all of this. I think it's really simple once you start to break down the parables. But the reason why, again, the Bible says, if you are in this world, the love of the Father is not in you. Friendship with the world is enmity with God. Again, it's talking about the world, this whole materialistic world that Satan controls. So separate yourself from that. And the whole thing, and people say, well, Jesus died for our sins because he knew we was going to be living in a time of sin. You have to understand what that really is about. Again, I talked about in the hidden code of the Bible how you are Jesus, and again, you are Satan. You have to understand how you have to forgive yourself. You have to save yourself from these problems, from these issues. You can live in this world, but having the knowledge of the world and understanding what's going on is how you save yourself from it. It's just that simple. I can go deeper into that, but I'm not. But you save yourself. It's just that simple. No book is going to save you, as you already know. No book or religion is going to get you to the success that you want in life. Only you, your physical body, your energetic mind, your consciousness, your understanding, your knowledge is going to push you further into doing something that's going to make you successful. And again, if your focus is success, which again is a form of materialism, then, you want to be at least headed that way, with the connection, lower brain, higher brain together, one, and understanding the traps that materialism is going to have waiting for you, but also understanding the flip side, having true, spirituality and having a true understanding of good and evil and the direction that you should take to lead you, down the path that you want to go. Most people, because of the society that we live in, how we was raised up, are working and struggling hard to get to a point in life that's all about materialism. You want to be a rapper, you want to be an actor, actress, model, what have you. You're struggling through life to get the evil things that's going to keep you down. The only thing you can see is the materialistic side of it, which is money, fame, or what have you. the success for a lot of people doesn't really matter. They know that comes with the job. But really, you're dealing with something that is lower brain. If you don't have the balance, it's not going to work out, which is why a lot of these actors, actresses, or what have you, they meditate, they do yoga, they get it. A lot of them get it. Believe it or not, a lot of these actors and actresses, they get it. They understand what's going on. And the ones you've seen survive and sustain in the entertainment industry, they do so because they have the balance. They get it. They understand the balance. And it's just stuff you're not going to really find in too many books. It's going to require you to know a lot to put the stuff together, which is why I try to give it to you guys this way, so you can have it fast without having to read 50 billion books like, you know, me and other people have to do. Spirituality, biggest deal. You know, that's everything. It's everything. We are spiritual beings. Just that simple. We are conscious beings. When you know how to use that power and know how to use your consciousness in the right way to affect your reality, which is why, again, you hear a lot of actors and actresses talk about putting it out to the universe. When you understand what this whole concept and what it really entails, you know, you begin to, you know, go down that path of true spiritual success. And that will manifest the kind of life and reality that you want. Okay, so now I just really wanted to get into this part 3 real quick, make it really fast. Again, as I said, I can really touch on a lot more subjects involving Satan, which I'll really get into in, you know, videos down the line. But as far as this series, I mean, this basically is the conclusion of it. And what it comes down to is understanding you are Satan. It's just that simple. Things represent Satan, many things. And this reality, you can point to materialism, and you can point to the people who is controlling the materialistic world, which is Satan, which, when you understand the concept of Satan, deals with the powers that be, or the so-called white man, if you really want to put it that way, because they're running everything. They're the control, and something is controlling them, as I get into in my series and everything. But it's deep. It's deep. There is no boogeyman Satan. Being Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, did not exist. Lucifer is the day star. It's Venus. It's just that simple. When we start understanding the symbols and everything like that, what the ancients talked about, and put this stuff together. If you have not done this research, you cannot be sitting here talking about, you know, it's wrong. You are a Bible believer, or you've been to church and been brainwashed. That's what you are. You are not a scholar. You are not a person who does research. You are a follower. Stay in that following lane until you do some research. Don't come here, you know, ragging on people who have done the research. And you know you haven't, because you know, I get so many people who are so clueless because of faith, because of lack of knowledge. And you know, so many people tie in their emotions with faith. You know, they tie their hopes and dreams in with faith, as I talked about. And they think when you attack their religion, you're attacking their hopes and dreams, even though they, you know, consciously don't understand that connection. But this is why they do it. And again, I talked about, you know, norepinephrine, how it kicks in. And when you're talking with somebody about religion, the same kind of emotion that is triggered when you're fighting for your life is triggered when you're debating about religion. So, you know, people get real hard. You know, I'm gonna get some comments in this video. People just, you know, negative from the start without even paying attention to what I'm saying, which I think made a whole lot of sense. But yeah, that's the way it is. Some people are just gonna be lost. They're gonna be doomed to return here. And other people are going to get it. They're going to understand it's something major, you know, waiting for you. You know, not just here, excuse me, not just here, but, you know, spiritually in so many different ways. You know, it's just so much really going on. And to the people who put me on to Doctor Strange, it touched on so much, which we're not there yet. Where Doctor Strange kind of went to a little bit, but we'll get there. But to the people who put me on to that, I watched it, as I talked about in the last video I put out, watched it on a plane ride over here to Sweden. Deep movie, good movie, blew me away. So again, when you kind of get into that, even though that movie had a lot of misdirection, a lot of lies in it too that I saw, deceptions, of course, they're not going to give you everything. Those who understand will be able to pull out the good stuff. But yeah, just wanted to touch bases with you guys on this, and to finish this little series out. A lot of people was asking me, you know, when are you going to do the next part? It's basically what it comes down to. Instead of beating around the bush, this is the conclusion that you need to really focus on. Again, if you are looking for this being Satan. Look in the mirror. It's you. Everything that Satan's supposed to be tasked with doing to us, you do to yourself. Plain and simple. There's no way around that. You can't put everything that happens bad in your life on some boogeyman, on some Satan, some character that's made up. It's you. Plain and simple. You are in control of your life. You are in control of the bad things that happen to you. That you can actually you can change. Because I always say, if you can actually change something that happened to you that's bad, then you are in control of it. You have always been in control of it. If something happened to you that's bad, but you can fix the outcome of it. It's just an experience, a bad experience that you had. It's not a bad thing that truly affected your life if you can change it. So just change it. We did a lot of stuff in life. A lot of people are messed up in the position that they are in right now because of decisions and mistakes that they made. You got a chance to change that. It's not over. You're still alive, still breathing. You got a shot. Change it. Some people, it may not be easy for everybody. For some people, it may be easier than others, but you still got a chance. You still got a shot. And it's people that get into desperation mode, and some people who don't see a way out. And for some people, it's not. These are the people that take their lives, that kill themselves and stuff like that. Aaron Hernandez killed himself in prison. He hung himself because it was over. He was done. And he's seen that. To have all that money and I followed this dude. This dude was one of my favorite tight ends. He was good. For him to go down the path that he went down, because of what? When you get into his story, I read about the whole story. It's stupid. You kidding me? Stupid what he did. It's stupid the whole situation. It was all some nigga ghetto shit. Gang banging, stupid shit that caused his demise. And I think sitting in that cell and really thinking about that, really, he's seen no other way out. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't blame him. It's just something that'll eat away at you for the rest of your life when you think about what you had and how you lost it and how stupid, it was. So again, you have a chance to change the outcome of your life. Now, take advantage of it. Understand what evils you need to stay away from. If you keep saying, this is fun and entertaining, the Bible talks about entertaining demons, entertaining devils, whatever. You understand what you're entertaining. Because again, you may be entertaining an angel unaware. You may be entertaining a demon unaware. And what that really speaking to is the people who are around you, who don't know what they are. And again, a person could be good, full of light, leading you down a good path. And you don't understand what they are and what they represent. That's a true friend, And then you got the people who are the opposite, leading you down a negative path. And this is really an enemy, but it seems like a friend because you associate them with fun. But you got to put the connection together. Is they good for your life? Is it good for the direction you want to go in life? Is this person really worth following? When you answer those questions, then you come out with an obvious answer. I should follow this person. I shouldn't follow this person. And, you act accordingly. It's just that simple. And you can really fix the direction of your life by understanding what is negative around you or what you're surrounded by that is, negative. And, fix it. Act accordingly. Stay away from some things. Understand other things. Put it all together. You'll have a really good positive outcome. Again, I can speak from experience. I had a real negative life. I'm good right now. Don't got to worry about nothing. Walking in light, walking in goodness. Yeah, I wanted to touch on this. Part 3, get it out the way. Hope you guys understand it. More videos to come. A lot more coming up. And yeah, see you guys next video. Thanks to everybody who took the time to purchase the DVDs, the new ones that just came out. Part 3, Mystery School. Part 2 of Understanding the Extraterrestrial Phenomena and the Mystery of Saturn. More to come. And yeah, see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.